The Dead Machine, John Wick. Well, I think we all agree that if there's one fictional character who embodies pure style, precision, and deadly elegance, it's John Wick. And that's because he's not a loud person, he doesn't flex. It's just like they try to portray death. Okay, he just shows up in all black, tailored to kill, and somehow he manages to say more with silence than most guys with a whole outfit. And although this is not a common way to go in the street and we usually see it in movies, John Wick is not just for that, okay? He actually teaches you how to master simplicity and how to master looking like power and looking expensive without saying a single word. So that's what we're gonna see in this video. We're breaking down everything, okay? His signature style, the pieces that define it, and as always, the attitude that's behind the fit. So let's get to it. Well, as I said before, if I had to define his style in one word, I would say it's lethal. Okay, it's clean, sharp, and consistent. And he wears one look actually. There's no much to say, but we will break it down anyway. He just wears it like it's an armor. Okay, that's exactly the point of John Wick. So his way to go is with a black, maybe a charcoal, but a very dark gray, slim cut suit, always a black dress shirt, okay, button to the top, or maybe one open max, and a black tie, okay, as you can see here. For the footwear, as we will see now, he usually wears dress shoes or maybe tactical boots depending on the mission, depending if he needs more mobility. But the important thing here is that there's no colors, no patterns, and no distraction, okay? It's just pure focus, pure control, and it's literally about an intentional identity, okay? It's not about fashion. Like, he's trying to say, I'm fucking dangerous, I'm about to kill you. And look at him, I believe that. I mean, if I see that man on the street, I would go another direction, okay? I mean, fuck no. But well, let's see the essential clothing pieces that define his style, because it can be actually more complicated than you think. So the first thing to recreate his style is a black slim suit, okay? Preferably in wool or a wool blend, but always like that. Like, don't go for cheap fabrics, you will regret that. So the way to go is with soft shoulders, narrow lapels, and maybe a tailored waist. He always wears tailored clothing, and here fit is everything, okay? No baggy jackets, no long sleeves. Sometimes he truly wants to look stylish, and he wears this overcoat, but it's not usual on him. He usually goes for this suit, which is like a casual one, and going for all black. But as you can see in this picture, sometimes he wears a white shirt, and that's exactly what I want to tell you here. Like, if you truly want to recreate this look, you could go either for a white shirt or a black shirt. But like, I prefer the black shirt. It gives more like a John Wick vibe. For the footwear, you can go, as I said before, for three options, okay? You could go for black Oxfords, black derbies, or maybe black boots. If you truly want to improve your mobility and you have a long walk, I would really recommend these ones. But if you find a brand with comfortable dress shoes, you'll love them. People usually think that they are uncomfortable, but I have like 3 pairs and they're one of the most comfortable shoes that I've had. And finally, let's go for the accessories, which are very simple but yet very powerful and high class, okay? As you can see here, he always goes for the black tie. Sometimes you can also see him with a 3-piece suit and a handkerchief with the professional cut. When we're talking about watches, you can see him in the movie with this exact same watch. And this is basically because he's always going with the suit, and the kind of watch and timepiece that looks best in the suit is the leather strap one. So you should go for this one. And obviously, don't forget the gun. No, down, okay. And now let's go for the grooming and hairstyle. And he has a very marked identity through his hairstyle, okay? He has this medium or large length. For a man, it's kind of large. And it's pushed back, but with kind of a texture, okay? It's not just sleek, it's not stiff. And it's a kind of style that gives him that edge, okay? It's clean, but not so perfect, especially in the beard, because he doesn't have a perfect beard, but he doesn't really care, okay? He wears it like this, and it's not necessary that you have a very perfect cut. This will give you a more masculine style and vibe. And for the fragrances, I guess that the ones he usually wears are something like La Nuit de l'Homme, which is one of my favorites, and I've said this in previous videos. Also Tom Ford Eau de Wood, this is one of the best ones. And if you go for a Sauvage, I would recommend to go for the Elixir, which is less common and it also smells great. Now let's talk about the attitude, which is one of the most important factors on this character. And it's basically because most people, when they wear black, they make it look boring, okay? But you have to understand that it's not the clothes that make John Wick. It's the conviction that he has behind them. So as you can see here, he's not trying to impress, okay? He's just focused. He's grounded. It's quiet. But that's what gives him this kind of weight and presence. So most guys, when they're wearing this outfit, they just wear it because they're trying to impress, or they're trying to look expensive, I guess. I don't know. But like, when you really wear this kind of clothes with a purpose and stillness and a lot of confidence, especially, you create this presence that John Wick has. Okay, so that's what you should take away from John Wick. It's not about complexity, as you can see, it's very simple, but it's about discipline and purpose, wearing his clothes with intention and knowing exactly who you are and dressing like this authentically. Finally, some mistakes that you should avoid is obviously wearing athleisure. Okay, you would never see John Wick wearing athleisure. He's always sharp and with a suit. But the big mistake that you can make is wearing colored suits. Okay, like color in general is not the way to go. If you're trying to replicate John Wick's style, you should only have black in your wardrobe, which also makes it easier. So yeah, go for that. And also never over accessorize. As you saw before, I've never seen him with jewelry. Maybe he has a necklace with a cross, but that's the only thing he has. No rings, no anything. That's the way to go. And see, that's basically John Wick's style. In my opinion, it's more about the attitude that he has than the clothes itself, because it's very easy to wear this kind of clothes. I've seen a lot of people wearing black and it doesn't look like him, okay? He has a lot of presence and he knows how to style his clothes. Just wear them with intention and with kind of a mysterious vibe. Also keep in mind that he's always looking high class, so you don't want to wear like a cheap fabric suit, okay? You want to go for a high quality one and keep everything monochromatic. That's the way to go. If you want me to assess you in your personal style, your confidence, and your dating life, remember that I have a one-on-one coaching and I will help you with everything with that just by clicking the link in the description and booking a call with me. So don't forget to do that. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and give me more ideas for the next style breakdown. I'll see you in the next one, gents.